Well, hi. Um, there, that's better. Right? A little bit about what we're going to do in the course. And we're going to focus on Mike's bikes. And we've got a couple of quizzes that we're going to do. And there'll be a final paper in Mike's bikes, at least right now there is. And then there'll be peer evaluations that you make of your teammates. So let me walk you through what the course looks like right now. And I think that'll give us an opportunity to see all the pieces that we need. So here we go, share that screen. The Blackboard page, we've got our revised online syllabus. Here's a link. Anytime you want to meet with me about anything, just click on this. It'll put you into my Zoom room. I'll have that Zoom room open most of the time for the rest of the term. Not always, obviously, but and if you set up a specific time to meet with me, well, here's where you get to go, and you'll just click on that, and we're meeting in my online office. And so if you just want to pop in, please feel free. You might have to say hello or something like that if I'm working on something. And let me know that way. Here's a folder, everything you want to know about Zoom, but we're afraid to ask. How to set up a Zoom meeting, the basics of Zoom. It's a nice link. It takes you to these three main things on Zoom. If you know those things, you're going to be fine. There's a whole bunch of other stuff if you want to get fancy. That's your call between you and your teams, if that's the way you end up going. And then here's a link on how to set up a Zoom meeting so that you know what to do. And then there's starting your Western Zoom account. I would like you please to all use a Western Zoom account. And the short story is that it will be much easier for me to put you into teams if we end up doing that. And with respect to that, sort of got a 50-50 split as to whether people wanted to meet during regular class times and have Zoom meetings set up, or breakout rooms are called, so each team can go on to those, or whether the team should have set up meetings when they want. That's between you and your team, and you really want to get in touch with your team really fast and get that set up, because we're going to start on Mike's bikes this week. And I don't need you to use Zoom. You can use any way of getting together. You can even do the old-fashioned stuff using things called telephones and conference calls. Always happy to join you. Just let me know when it is that you want to meet. Give me a little bit of notice so that I can schedule myself around that. I might have to take the dog out for a walk. And if you want to meet while I'm doing that, well, then I won't know until I come back. So make a point of letting me know when it is that you want to have a Zoom meeting with me. I'm very happy to be flexible on that. So in here, we've got 2 quizzes left. Here are the articles for the quizzes. I've put them online in case you forgot to take home your textbook, and you can just link to them there. And again, if you have any problem with that, let me know and we'll fix it up for you, okay? Here are the course videos. Every video I've made for us going online is in here. If you want to watch them multiple times, I suggest you get a life. No, they're there for you in case something doesn't make sense or you need some help with something. And again, make sure that you let me know if something's not clear. Don't sit there guessing. There's no point. Shoot an email. Let me know what you're not clear about. I'll be more than happy to clear it out for you. What else have we got? Then the Mike Bike stuff, we had that before. Let's take a quick look at the revised syllabus, all right? And that's, of course, how you get a revised syllabus down. I'm working in a Mac environment. So let's see what we've got here. And here's the revisions. You'll see that here's a link again. You click on that, that'll get you straight into a Zoom meeting with me right away. And class locations, well, they're in the cloud somewhere, sometime, obviously. We'll start off this week with a regular class meeting on Tuesday. So make a point of getting there, and we'll talk a little bit more and get things nailed down. Certainly can set up some meeting rooms for you to break out into, because you are going to have some Mike Spikes decisions to make this week. I am going to leave the results of your last practice round up until tomorrow, which is Monday, March the 30th, until noon. So you can take a quick look to see where you were, just to remind yourself how you finished. And then Monday at noon, we're going to go right back to the beginning and start from scratch. And you can start working on your first round of decisions. So let me jump into the quizzes for a minute, and then we'll come back to Mike Spikes, okay? There's 2 more quizzes left to do: transforming corner offer strategy into frontline action, and turning great strategy into great performance. You'll notice they're worth 40 points each. If you remember in class, we always had it set up so that you write the quiz individually, then you write it as a team, and you can combine both grades. We'll continue to do that, and what I'm going to do is every team gets perfect for their team scores, even though you don't meet and work on the quizzes together. So it's your individual score plus a perfect score on the team portion. Here we go with Mike Spikes. These are the points that you're going to be able to get in Mike Spikes. Your overall team performance, 530 points. Your final report is worth 300 points. And your peer evaluation is worth 400 points. And you'll notice that I've really put a heavy emphasis on the peer evaluation, because I want to make absolutely sure that if you're meeting and somebody's really being a bit of a social loafer, that the team can let them know that they don't appreciate it. And to that end, I did want to say it's hard for you guys right now. You're graduating. I think you've probably had your hearts broken a little bit because you're not going to be able to walk. And you've also split up across all over the country. I know some people are working already, and it gets a little hard to dial in and go, oh yeah, I've got some classwork left to do, because you sort of feel like you're gone. And somebody said once that it feels like they're on vacation already. And I get that. It sort of feels that way a little bit to me as well. And we're not quite on vacation yet, or we're not quite finished our courses. I urge you to put some thought and effort into this. You'll have an opportunity to learn some very important stuff in Mike Spikes, and to have a lot of fun. And develop the skill of working online in teams. I think that's important to do as well. I've got your back here, folks. I've run online simulations before. I'll take care of you. You don't have to worry about things going crazy or stupid. I'm here, I'll listen to you, and I know we can get through this and learn a whole bunch of cool stuff and have some fun along the way too. So now let's look at, here's the first part of that. There's your points. Let's look at the deadlines, all right? Your quizzes, quiz number 8 is due Saturday, April 11 at 3 a.m., always at 3 a.m. in the morning. And you'll see I pushed that quiz out a little bit further than we originally had it set up on our original schedule. It's just so that you guys have this week to start really looking at Mike Spikes and getting your heads back around it. I mean, you're gone for 2 weeks plus, and it's easy to lose that. So we're not going to go any quizzes this week, the week after, and then you're going to have them at the tail end of the week. And then quiz number 9 will be a week later. I will certainly put together some little lecturettes outlining what was the content of the quiz after you finish writing them. There's dinner, so I'm going to see if I can ignore that. Yep, Louise has got it. Excellent. And so we'll do those. I'll put some lecturettes. In terms of whether we should meet with the class. I'm going to start off meeting with the class. Let's see how that plays out. All right, Mike Spikes, here are your due dates. They're on the syllabus that's online. And so we got to get started this week and get going. Here's your grades that you can get from Mike Spikes. 530 out of 530 if you get the A+, and if you get the D+, last team gets a D+. So I would not stop working on this and trying. As I've mentioned to you a couple of times, if you're working with other teams, don't forget the milk. It'll be a good way to help you guys work things through. There's 300 points available for the final report. I've put that up a little bit. We're not doing weekly reports. I would urge you to do some and send them in to me so you can get some feedback, so you get a sense of what I'm looking for in the final report. I'm more than happy to do that and let you know how you're doing it. But only the final report gets graded. That written report is due on Thursday, April the 30th at 3 a.m. And you'll see I really kicked up the peer evaluations. They were 100 points originally. Now they're up to 400 points for the peer evaluations. Well, too bad I can't spell, right? Anyway, so there's the basics of what we're going to do moving forward. If you're confused in any way, or if what I'm saying doesn't make sense, please shoot me an email. Please set up a time to have a Zoom meeting. I'm happy to meet with you and your team and have a Zoom meeting that way to get a sense of what it is we're doing, or if something I'm saying doesn't make sense. Most importantly, this Tuesday, March 31, we're going to meet during the regular class times. By then, please make sure that you've talked with your team about how you want to do things. Are you going to meet during regular class times? Are you going to meet at other times that works for everybody? That's going to be tricky for us because, like I said, I understand that you're probably at a place now where it kind of feels like vacations here, and you're kind of ready to pack it in. So anyways, the noise in the background is our dishwasher being emptied, luckily not by me. Make sure you let me know if there's anything confusing. I'm really looking forward to working with you for the rest of the term. I'm confident we can have a lot of fun, and I'm confident you're going to learn a lot of stuff if you put some time and effort and energy into it. And I really think it's going to be worth your while, especially in the long run with your careers, and that kind of thing is important. Anyways, I'm going to end the meeting there for now. Talk with you on Tuesday, March 31 during our regular class times when we meet.